Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay, just let me...
Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro Toys in their G.I. Joe line, we have Destro. Alright, so I got this a few months ago at my local Five Below. Five Below is a chain of discount stores. As you can see, I got it for $5, so this is recommended for ages 4 and up. So this style of action figure is something you might be familiar with if you go to, like, you know, your local Walgreens or Walmart. At Walmart, like near the checkout counter, they always have that kind of like impulse buy section, you know, with like, you know, bubble gum and like beef jerky and, you know, like batteries and crap like that. And you can always find, like, you know, miniature figures of like Mario or Barbie or some sort of Disney princess. And every now and then you might even find like Star Wars figures. So this figure is kind of in line with that. It's a slightly smaller figure than a classified series figure, yet it's larger than a 4-inch figure. This is kind of like a weird in-between. So it's a very generic kind of figure also. You know, you're looking at something that has almost no articulation, with the exception of the head and I think the arms. So this is the G.I. Joe Destro. Beautiful character artwork right here. I'm not sure if this is artwork that was used for like the new marketing or for like the classified series. It's like I said, this is very generic. There's not a whole lot going on here. Now let's get started and take this guy out. This is a style of action figure where you really need to set your expectation like low, because these are aimed at children. They're not really, these by no means is this like a premium collectible. But I like these kind of style of toys. I think there's a certain charm to them that I find very endearing. And it's, for me, I think they're pretty neat. But that's just me. Alright, so here's Destro. This guy, like I said, it's much smaller than a classified series figure, and yet it's also larger than your standard G.I. Joe, you know, 4-inch scale figure. This guy comes in at under 6 inches, so it's small. You know, if you stood this by like a classified series figure, or especially Destro, you could just say, you know, maybe this is like Destro Jr. or something. But I like these figures. You know, for what they are, there's practically almost no articulation. Like I said, the only thing that is articulated is the head and the arms. But for me, there's something very novel about this style of figure. I just think they're pretty neat. The detailing, even though it's limited in articulation, the sculpting and detail is actually really well done. You know, all the sculpting and the detail, it's very crisp, it's hard edged. You know, for example, there's a nice zipper detail, really clean belt buckle. The uniform looks really nice and sharp, except for my camera, which does not want to focus on this. Yeah, so it's a really nice basic figure, heavy emphasis on basic. If you're a customizer, I think this is a great piece to, like, you know, really, you know, spice up. You know, you could like repaint it, put it on a display base or something, make it look like more like a mini statue than an action figure. And I think it's pretty cool. I dig stuff like this a lot. Like I said, you know, there's other lines of action figures that kind of fall in this style. You know, there's Marvel superheroes, there's Star Wars, and you can always kind of find these kind of toys at like Walmart, like at the checkout counter. This, on the other hand, I've never seen it anywhere except for Walgreens. Oh, not Walgreens, I take it back, except for Five Below. I've always seen this at Five Below. I don't know if there's any other outlets that carry this, possibly maybe like Dollar General. But it's neat. I like this a lot. Like I said, it's smaller than a classified series figure. It's larger than your Small Joe. For a display piece, for a desk toy, I think this thing's awesome. If you have a child who's, for some reasons, into G.I. Joe, I don't know any kids, that grew up on G.I. Joe. And in this age nowadays, this would be a fun toy to give them. It's hard to break. It's pretty. It's not that it's indestructible, but it's not like a fragile action figure by any means. And it looks cool. Even though it has limited posing, it's still a very impressive looking action figure in my opinion. That looks pretty neat. The posing is very limited. He doesn't do a whole lot other than point his gun and just look menacing. I like the head a lot. The head's pretty cool. So yeah, this kind of wraps this video up. On a scale of 1 to 10 for what it is, for me, this is a perfect figure. It's a perfect 10. It's $5. It's a fun desk toy. It's a fun toy to hand off to a child to play with. Does it have the articulation and the appeal of a classified series figures? No. This is not in the same league. The price point is very different. The audience is very different. But for what it is, I think it's successful. It's a budget toy. It's aimed at kids. Has durability. The quality of the sculpting is there, even though the articulation is not. You get some beautiful texturing on the uniform, really crisp details. And it's a fun toy. Heavy emphasis on toy. This isn't a collectible. Alright, so let's wrap this up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.